Hi, this is Paul Slack. It's Good News Planet. I'm speaking with Susan Bahary. Hi, Susan. How are you?
I'm doing just fine, thank you. And you?
Okay. I'm calling California. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay. You're a sculptor, well-known, and you're honored Navy SEAL Team 6 and America's Unsung Veteran Military Working Dogs. And, tell us how do you go about to do that, and what's your website, so let the world know so they can take a look and see some of the beautiful work that you do. Congratulations.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Well, the website you mentioned, it's War Dog Memorials with an S at the end.com, or my name, Susan BaharyStudios.com, Bahary. And it's just been an incredible honor for over 20 years to have gotten these commissions to honor our heroic dogs and their handlers. It's been a real education for me to meet these special people who do so much for the rest of us, really to keep us safe and free. And I'm very inspired by that, and I'm just honored to do my small part in the only way I know how to help them or honor them.
Tell me, I'm at your website now, BaharyStudios.com, and there is one gorgeous, is that a dog or a horse, and a young girl?
That's the Innocence foal and girl. I do all kinds of sculptures, and that particular one is to a similar connection, such as the one I just did for John and Bart. It's a connection between, again, human and animal, but this time the little girl and her foal, brand new, innocent child and newborn baby foal horse. So that's a life-size bronze. And
wow.
Trying to capture that moment, the beautiful moment in life, both bright-eyed and ready to face the world, and also sort of the promise and hope of the future of the little girl, and the promising future of this is a show horse, so all the hopes and dreams that breeders and people put into their animals, whether show or just pets, the future ahead.
Next to that, is that a dog?
Well, I'll have to get up there and see which one you're looking at, because
I'm speeding. I got the website open.
Oh, do you mean the Doberman? Are you looking at the Doberman?
Yeah, it looks to me
Always
like a Doberman.
Always Faithful? Yeah, on the homepage.
Yeah.
The Doberman, the black one. Yeah, that was my first commission to the War Dogs. It was done in 1994. And this really opened the whole world to me of what the dogs do. And in fact, it was the first piece of its kind really to be officially recognized by our country as the first official War Dog Memorial. I could tell you a lot about that, but don't want to bend your ear too much. But
bend it a little bit.
Oh, I bend it a little bit. Okay, no problem. Well,
that's why I'm here. I'm here to have my ear bent.
Okay. Well, get your ear ready.
And to share what I hear with the world. So that's what I do all day.
Okay, that's true. You got a good point. All right. So the Doberman was the official breed of the Marine Corps in World War II, and that particular monument was dedicated at the Pentagon in 1994 and dedicated and installed at the U.S. Naval Base in Guam at the War Dog Cemetery there during the 50th anniversary of the liberation of Guam in World War II, because Dobermans they did a tremendous job to save so many lives in World War II, because the Japanese would try to ambush the American soldiers and the Marines, and they were able to, the dogs could detect their presence and save the lives of the handlers. And the person who spearheaded this was Dr. William Putney, who wrote a book called Always Faithful, which is a wonderful account of his story, and he was the head of the War Dog platoon in World War II and a veterinarian. And when he went out there to Guam, excuse me, it was a very difficult battle in the Pacific, as many people know, and the dog saved so many lives, including his own. But when the first dog died, Kurt, in this battle, he went to the officer in charge and said, I stayed up all night with Kurt. He was shot, he was wounded, and I couldn't save his life. What shall I do with him now? And he said, you bury him there with the rest of the Marines. He was a Marine like the rest of them. And that was the beginning of the War Dog Cemetery on Guam.
Wow. This is marvelous. Yeah. Really, congratulations. You know, I don't know if you don't know, we're doing our best for September 21st, which is the United Nations International Day of Peace Day, to have a party, worldwide party. We're calling it Peace Day Party. And we're in the process of raising the money. And we've been doing a Peace Day event in Central Park for 12 years. So we've been very involved with peace, and that's sort of a mission on life, to get the world to calm down and cool out and be nice to each other and hug each other, and the animal kingdom as well. And so you're very much in the same mindset as we are here, and so I'm going to invite you even right now to our Peace Day event, and as long as we can raise the money. We have the Intrepid, which is a warship in New York here on the Hudson River, but we're planning a very major event here as well as worldwide to get the countries of the world to party on that day, to spend a few moments of peace, and then try to make nice with each other and cool out. And let's not have any more of this silliness. Well, how did this fall into your, or did you Northern Falls, how did this come to you, this whole outreach of
well, I always loved dogs, and I wanted to tell you, I'm from New York originally, by the way.
I see that, Long Island.
Could you tell? Okay.
No, I'm reading it.
Okay. Well, yes, and I just have to tell you that one of the great honors for me, because you just mentioned what you mentioned, it kind of touched a note in me. During the 10th anniversary of 9/11, I was honored to go out to Liberty Park, where we honored the search and rescue dogs of 9/11. And boy, that was amazing. And it was very heavy for me because not only having been from New York and been at the World Trade Center, but being in California when this happened, I never really had any kind of closure on this. So going back to that event was very important to me. And actually got to go to see the tower, the new tower, that day when everything was over. I took the little ferry across, but I did have the Always Faithful monument there. I was invited to bring it. There was a great honor to see that monument with a backdrop of Manhattan, and I'll never forget that. Anyhow, but how I got involved in this was that I loved dogs. I used to show them as a kid in New York and travel with them, and it led to a true appreciation of the proper, physical qualities, as well as a whole connection that you have with an animal and training them and all of this. So this really brought me, and I loved art and sculpting, and I have a very artistic family, turns out. And I ended up deciding that I would focus my energies on that, and started with sculptures of dogs and then horses. And I was at a dog show exhibiting a Doberman piece I had done when I was introduced to Dr. Putney, who I described to you as the World War II vet in the Marines. That was what began. That was the most significant commission I had that launched my career, but it also brought me into this whole world. And, of course, one monument led to the next, and I've done quite a few of them since. They're all special to different aspects of the military and the dogs and what they do for us.
Let me ask a question. I'm a little silly kind of a guy, but you must have to work out, or is your work your workout? I mean, isn't there physical ability here to do sculpture? I mean, aren't you schlepping, lifting, and working?
Yes, I used to do a lot more schlepping and lifting than I do now. Now if any chance I get, I pay people to do that for me, because you can just, I need my elbows and my hands, and I need to keep sculpting, so I have to protect myself that way. But yes, you do, there is some of that involved. I would say it's mostly the exercise of the brain and the heart, because it's so technical, and I care so much about the final result. I really want it to be so right, just not physically, but the whole emotion. And that's how I felt with this monument of John and Bart. John, the lead dog handler for the SEAL Team 6, and his dog Bart, who died together on the helicopter with all those brave soldiers. And, to capture that essence of this young, wonderful, courageous soldier and his dog who at his side, and their connection and the expression on their faces and their attitude, and that really is that just kind of takes a lot out of you when you're doing it, but when it's done, it's very rewarding, especially when others appreciate it, and it hopefully can be a lasting treasure for the future generations to understand these sacrifices.
Magnificent. Congratulations. I love it. I love your work. It's really, you can feel the sensitivity. That little girl and that horse right there, I mean, you're bringing tears to my eyes. Your stuff is beautiful. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
It's not only a piece of work, it's a piece of history, as you're saying, and a tribute. I think is so important. It's a tribute to all, and them dogs are our buddies, a man's best friend or a woman's best friend. Let me ask you one last question. What's good news for you, Susan?
Well, like you said, good news for me would be peace, love, people. Pretty much what you told me a few minutes ago. People coming together would be the best news.